Hello, my name is Richard Ansah and welcome to my site. I want to talk to you about specifically about a private trust membership that's been going for quite a few years. I've decided to relaunch it. There's been a lot of demand for it, but I haven't really explained as to what in detail is involved with the membership, and I think it's only fair that I put something together so you can have a full understanding of how valuable this membership really is, and more importantly your education and how much you can learn. There's a bit of a background or context as to why I put the membership together in the first place, and even about private trusts, specifically because there's a lot of ignorance around finances, and the system that we live in today, believe it or not, you really need to understand about the relationships that you're involved with, and what's happening to you financially, so you can take control of that and deal with that situation on an individual basis. So the way I like to call it, or what I like to say is, learn the rules of the game and then play the game better. And everything really revolves around a trust relationship in one way, shape or form. And it's really important for you to understand that. So over the years, I started teaching really from 2009, got involved with trusts from around about 2010, 2011. So it's been about 7 or 8 years I've been involved with private trusts, and it's been a very interesting journey, to say the least. I tell my story quite a lot in the membership, and I'm sure if you've seen the 3-part videos, which talks about trust administration, just how a trust works and how to administrate it. Trust enforcement, so you understand the rules around the trust and specifically about the jurisdiction of equity. And then litigation, in terms of how to compel a trustee and utilising the court system to win battles if necessary. And we've also, especially from last year, 2017, and this year, really looking into the maxims, specifically that he who seeks equity must be seen to be doing equity, and talking about the principle of having clean hands. So it's vitally important information that one must learn, and really the membership does go into in full detail from start to finish. Obviously it's evolving and it's growing, and at the moment I'm offering lifetime memberships to members, so that you have the benefits of just paying once and utilize it for as long as you need, if it's not just for yourself, from family members and children, for generations to come, because this information is really vital in my humble opinion, and I'm sure you'd agree, and I had no one so far complain. Okay, so let me just give you a whistle-stop tour as to what is involved in the membership, so you can see for yourself just very quickly what you'll be getting, and I'll try and answer some common questions as well that I tend to get asked, specifically for members who are deciding to make the investment in themselves and their education to get involved with the trust membership. All right, so firstly, as you can see here, is the back end of membership. I'm actually in the process of switching over from one format to the other, but it will still kind of explain what's happening here. So it consists of video training, which you can see here, which this is part of private trust administration. Also lots of audio trainings, and all of it is live recordings, live training, whether it's by webinar, whether it's by actual face-to-face workshops that's been recorded, either via audio. We had 2 massive workshops last year, which were recorded by video, which I'll be adding to the workshop, which you'll get as part of the whole package. So there's at least 60 to 70 hours worth of content inside the membership. You have the opportunity to bookmark your place, so you can keep up to date with your learning. It's important that you if you've stopped somewhere, you can come back to the membership maybe after a cup of tea or an hour or 2 off, or whatever your schedule is, and pick up from where you left off. So having bookmarks is a really powerful thing, and you can just bookmark whichever area you've been studying and go straight back to that point. You can make notes, which is a fantastic facility, and they're all stored on your own personal membership. And again, you can access your notes in your membership as well, which is awesome. So anything you've written down, then you're able to access that and see what's been said, which is brilliant. There is going to be access to a forum which allows you to interact with other members on the membership, the trust membership, so you can share ideas, discuss, break down concepts. We will be doing webinars every so often, ideally once a month, but it may be a bit longer. But the main thing is I try to address any questions that may come up, and normally do that via a webinar for the group, so we can build up on our learning, as well as workshops face to face. One of the beauty of the lifetime membership, which I really encourage you, because I will be changing it over at some point this year. One of the benefits for you really is the fact that you get all of the training, well, effectively free. Once you've paid once, that's it. You're not going to be paying it over and over again. So you're making a really impactful investment in yourself. So, for example, I said earlier, we had 2 workshops. One of them, well, both of them were based on private trust, and they were recorded live, as you can see here. And those will be added to the workshop, to the membership, sorry. And you benefit from that, which is fantastic. So you can always build on your learning, keep up to date, without having to keep reinvesting over and over again on the membership site, which is fantastic. Obviously, attending a live function is always good, because you've got the opportunity to ask questions and get involved and network with other people. And even if you get involved with the live streaming facility, again, that's something you can benefit as well. But at least if you're not able to do that, you still have access to the training in the back end via the membership site. Now, the membership is broken down into 3 stages, just exactly like the 3-part training that you should have seen before getting to this page. And if you haven't, I really encourage you to go back and watch the 3-part series. It's at least 6 hours worth of content there, talking about how trusts work. And we've broken down into trust administration, trust enforcement, and trust litigation. And the membership is broken down the exact same way, so that you can pace yourself and build up your knowledge step by step. It is a massive subject, and I've done my best to break it down as much as possible. It's mainly applicable to the UK law, but even if you're in any other country around the world, doesn't mean you can't get involved. You'll still learn. The teachings are based on what I've learned from my mentor, Christian Walters, who did a lot of brilliant work in the States, and in the UK 8-9 years ago there wasn't much that we could utilize, so we had to do the research ourselves based on the knowledge that we were receiving. Now, the beautiful thing about private trust is that it's not just airy-fairy. It's not something that I just made up out of waking up and have this pipe dream and think, hey, today we're going to talk about X, Y, or Z. It's something that you can pick up from any law book that talks about trusts. And when you need to utilize it, it's in black and white. So it's not something that is made up. It's something that it's real, it's true, and you just need to understand it so you can learn that language, similar to The Matrix if you ever watched the movie, so that you're able to utilize it in all of your affairs, especially your private affairs. And, I think it was David Rockefeller that said the secret to wealth is to own nothing and control everything. And really, the way to utilize that and to reach that is through understanding the power of trusts, especially private express trusts. So, obviously, I've not shown you absolutely everything, but hopefully I've given you a real insight as to what is available in the membership. In terms of who it's applicable for, I would say it's applicable to anybody who wants to learn about true finances. This stuff is not taught in schools. It's not taught in universities. Law students do not learn this, okay? Even top barristers really have no idea. It's the creme de la creme that really understands this type of understanding, this type of knowledge. And it's done deliberately, okay? The wealthy understand this, and it's done deliberately because people need to become ignorant so that people, others can benefit, and that's how it works in this system. So you shouldn't be kept ignorant. I don't believe in ignorance. I think ignorance is extremely expensive. So why not educate yourself so that you can open your financial eyes and make the best choices and decisions for yourself and for your family, protect your assets, protect your personal possessions, and whether it's, even though it's not addressed in this course, you can definitely figure out for yourself once you've gone through it, in terms of whether it's for your home, your personal home if you have a mortgage, the personal possessions in your home if you're renting, or if you own a house, your vehicle. It can be used for so many different things, any kind of asset that you own outright. And when you go through the course, you'll fully understand what it means, understand the difference between value and price, understand different kinds of relationships so that you can break it down, and then essentially protect yourself in the right way. Okay. Part of a bonus which I'm offering as well, for a limited time. So hopefully if you're watching this, the time hasn't expired, but for those who get involved with a lifetime membership, you will get access to a 7-week training that will be starting very, very soon, where we'll be teaching specifically about the breakdown of how to protect your private personal possessions, and also applicable to business assets as well. So that's going to be done by webinar, and you'll get that effectively free. You're looking at about up to $500 worth of value just for that training alone, but you'll have exclusive access to that. Hopefully if you join at the right time, you can join us live and ask questions and get involved, which is fantastic. If not, at least you'll have access to it in the back end, in the back office and the membership site, so you can benefit from that as well. If you've missed out from the lifetime membership, sincere apologies, but it is something that will be changing very, very soon. So I do implore you to get access and get involved with the lifetime membership as soon as possible, so you don't miss out on the benefits, and also saving in the pricing as well. In terms of what you get besides the education, I'm very strong on teaching, so most of it is based out over on your auditory types of learning, or kinesthetic type of learning, or even your visual learning. Also, there's templates, so you can create your own documentation, and it's described step by step, so you can do it yourself, as well as lots of books available online, and books that you can purchase for yourself as well, so that you can really get involved in your learning and build up your knowledge, okay, and apply it. That's the important thing, to apply it. Some of the techniques that are taught, are very powerful. So another part of the course is being able to make good decisions, not to be emotional, to maybe know step 10 before you start step 1 in certain instances, and really, especially now, endorsing and promoting the clean hands mentality. So if you're expecting equity to be done to you, you must first be seen to be doing equity yourself. And if you're not, then trust can't help you. It just won't work. Equity will not work and won't stand by your side. And a lot more will go into the breakdown of maxims and how powerful they really are, and the separate jurisdiction of equity. So most people don't even realize there is a separate jurisdiction outside of the common law, which is called equity. It supersedes any form of law. And all that is divulged, should I say, in the membership course as well, for you to understand and have that access for yourself. There is a lot of information around the courts and the litigation part, which I can show you. A significant amount of information, I must admit, so it's going to take many hours of study, but it's very useful. Okay, so we've got enforcement and litigation workshop day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and then there's a 10-part video series, which I've called day 4 because we had to extend the workshop. We ran out of time. So that's it's a lot of hours of content breaking down how to find your feet using the court system. It's a very powerful system. A lot of people think it's very one-sided. It's not. I believe the system is actually equitable. It may not necessarily be fair, but it is equitable. And if you understand equity and understand a doctrine of notice and things like that, then you can understand why certain decisions are made, why judges make certain decisions, and how you to position yourself to get the results that you're looking for. All right. So I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Do make the investment and the decision to get involved with the private trust membership. And thank you very much for your time.